I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home.
The Sleep Number 360 comes with what they call responsive air technology, or as what we like to call it around here, RAT. The idea is the mattress will automatically adjust during the night based on your body's position. It's a key selling feature of the Sleep Number 360 bed. But guess what? You can only use RAT when the bed is flat. So, if you like to sleep with your head or feet slightly elevated on the FlexFit base, you can forget about responsive air technology. My question to you, is it really worth the money? On the Personal Comfort mattress, we use a passive pressure monitoring system that works no matter what position the mattress is in. It's measuring the pressure of the mattress on your body at all times using a standard medical pressure scale, and it shows you how the pressure changes as you move in real time. This is a setting you can activate on any one of our hand controls. It's a simpler system than Sleep Number's RAT. For one thing, it's not turning on throughout the night to make adjustments. But what we really like about that, well, it's simple. And it works.
Hi, race fans. Welcome. We're here tonight. Sim500 Winter Series here. Personal Comfort. That's right, the Cup Series. And be a good one. I mean, Daytona race last week was awesome to kick off the season. Tonight, we got qualifying underway. And Corey was supposed to be up here with me in the booth, but he's feeling under weather. So hopefully he gets the feeling a lot better out there. Know who your favorite drivers are. Who you rooting for? Who you pulling for? We'll watch a little bit of this open qualifying here for you. Get set to go racing. All right, looks like qualifying's come to a close. Going to set here to go. Green flag racing here tonight. A little warm up. Okay. Racing Pride machine. Like these Cup cars, they all got nice paint jobs to them. That's the biggest thing I like about the Cup cars. Bring out the paint jobs. Who's going to pull this thing off here tonight? Pedro was the man that pulled it off last week. What's here? Oh, wait a minute. Here this week? Oh, there he is. Pedro. Tell me what his last name was. Went over this. Oh well, I'll remember it sometime. Grid these boys up here. Be a good one. The Rock. Now, they don't race in real life at this track anymore. Used to, and the one thing about this track, very bumpy. Very bumpy. So, that's one thing they're going to have to contest with here. 1.5 mile track. Brought about some good racing, though, over the years. I mean, NASCAR fan back in the 90s. You know some of those close races they had here, finishes here. But it's a unique style track. Again, the bumps, what's going to be the problem. That's going to be the area we might want to just kind of watch out for. Pace cars leading them off. Hear who your favorite drivers are out there. Rooting for. Got on your scoreboard. Again, like I say, I want to shout out there to Corey. Feeling under the weather. He'll be up in the booth with me eventually. Not feeling well. Go. Tyler Dalton out front in this one. Gonna start us, kick us off. Tires can become a problem at this track. Because it's a harsh track. Really hard on tires. Green flag, we're racing Rockingham style and Tommy Ryan, that's a good example of started in the wrong gear, spun it out, hit the wall, and man, that is not how you want to start your race already. Gas staining the wall out there. Beat that car up. Wow. Dalton says, I'm going to take off here, though. Chad Coleman, right behind him. Oh, Chad Coleman. What car's he in? What he's in right now? He is in the nut car, I know that. Tap out, my bad, tap out. Mike Kelly right behind him. Name ain't heard in a while. There's two veterans right there. Then there's old Pedro. Mojica. I think that's what we said last week. Mojica as well. Winning last week at the Daytona race. Pulling it off. Kevin DeBrown. All right. He had a good run too. Bentley Glacier up in 6. Scott Smiley. Man smiling up a cool breeze. Green Machine. I bet he's smiling if he's drinking a Heineken. Waverly went around. Brian Wortman. Big guy right there, Brian. Got left in the top 10. Wesley Donaldson. Glenn Campbell. Got a trans service machine out there. And then Nick Silver. Why, some of these, it's the veteran names out here. Dylan Hastings there in 11th. E.J. O'Rourke. Pulling it up in the 12th place spot. He's got the personal comfort. Look at this battle happening here. It's around 10th place, though. They could do this for a while at this track. You can get a little racy until the tires start kind of flattening out a little bit. From that point on, yeah. Ride for me. Cockpit. Who riding with? Dylan. Look at that. Picture up. Back around 12th to 10th place spot. Run so far. All Tyler though up front in this one. He's got a smooth lead. Pulling away from old Mike Kelly. Kelly moving it up into second. Coleman falling back there to third. Got the tap out tuning machine. Well, Pedro. Week's winner. Lacer? Actually, it wasn't last week's winner. Oh. Old D. Brown. Got the Racing Pride machine there. Wesley Donaldson hanging on right there on this tailgate. Back bumper anyways. Campbell in that trans service machine. See him out there. E.J. O'Rourke. Oh, he's almost trying to see if he can't lose the handle on that car. Be shy. Know who you rooting for out here. Got a battle going on here for about 5th place spot. Pedro walks up the track. Not want to get caught on the outside at this place, because they'll freight train right on by you. Done. And Pedro's able to get back in line. And lost a few spots. He pulled back there to 7th. Harm, no foul. Race so far. Right now is when you're going to start seeing guy. Oh, somebody tags it back in. EJ got a little bump from old Campbell. I'll talk about it after the race probably. Then old EJ's going to get up there and say, look, going. About right up the track now. Back there driving like he's drunk. That shooting down the bottom. That's on Nick Silver. Silver's got the blue E-Sport. Gaggle of cars right here. I mean, that's about 6 or 7. Looks like they're back at Daytona again. I mean, really? Now, you know, I was talking about, you know, one thing, I've never really witnessed the new gen car on Rockingham. So this car might act differently on this track, and we're already seeing, I mean, these are all bunched up. So they might be able to pass and do a lot better. I mean, I'm basing this off of the older style car, and back then, well, being the older car that it was. But and there's one thing about this place, right along here with old Glenn Campbell. Watch him go into the turns. You can see the bumps. Maybe not quite as well. There, he's got a car up in his grill. Silver, right beside of him. You see the bumps right there. Now, the one thing I am noticing about this car as opposed to the older NASCAR car is this one looks a lot more stable on the bumps. He's not jerking that wheel as bad. Silver's right there beside him. I mean, you can see the car bounce a little bit. But this car's got a lot more downforce and a lot more stable than what the other ones is. So again, might not be that bad. Awesome battle going on here. That's EJ in front of Glenn Campbell with Nick Silver, who are getting at it. So the bumps might not be too bad here at this track. Again, you know, they don't race here in real life. Not anymore. Oh, we got a little wiggly. And they definitely have not brought the new car. Kind of one of these, let's test and see what this thing will do. Back here around about 13th place spots, got a good battle happening. Hastings and Smiley. Door to door. I still got a feeling though you're going to see, whoa, car around the back. Jeff Ryan down on the inside. They touch. Caution because they'll be able to get off the track, but let's go back and watch it one more time. Who got together? Ryan got the worst end of that in that purple machine. Looks like lost control. Oh, spun down the inside. Crash. Now we got a call. Had to be after the incident. Let's see what happened. Oh, he just got up there and bumped it back in and clean. Oh, then. What in the world? Watch that one more time. Yeah, he drove it in there. Extracurricular activity. Then gamble into the wall, and EJ nowhere to go. So, karma striking. Oh, that other one just bounced it off the wall. Hey, wild action already. It's being repaved. Okay. Well, we'll see if they bring a NASCAR race to it. The one thing I say about Rockingham, I mean, considering I live in NC, I've actually raced at the track strip across the street, big track, is getting in and out of Rockingham, and I think that was the whole problem, even back when they were racing. There's only really two roads to get in there, and the bad thing is they're, one going one way, one going the other. Not like down in Charlotte where when the race happens down there, they open up 4 lanes on one side, lanes on the other. Got 4 going one way, 4 going the other. And the traffic's not quite as bad. Here, they don't have that option. That's just road into the track. All that. But, and then I think the economy, the area that where Rockingham is, it's not in a big city, et cetera. It's almost the same fate as like North. The thing about North Wilkesboro is they're getting it back. That's kind of cool. There's some good racing that happened at Rockingham. Now, say they're repaving. That's the bad part. Once they repave, it's going to take the characteristics away from that made Rockingham what Rockingham was. When we talk about the bumps and so forth, because it should smooth this track out. I would think it get them not 100%, but yeah, we'll see what the future is. I mean, I would love to see some races. I'd love to see these cars in real life run. What we're seeing right here, I think it would be interesting. Pretty good race, I think. But one of the major issues was getting in and out of that. Traffic was so bad. I mean, they used to run NHRA events at the drag strip, but that was way back in the day. But something about NHRA, the drag strip, it's IHRA sanctioned. Something about the shutdown area is too small for the NHRA cars or something. So last time I heard, I don't know, all the logistics. They run the IHRAs there. Yeah. But that'll be a good one. You know, that'll be good. I think it'll be exciting. I still think they need to take the All-Star Racing back to Charlotte. I mean, that's where it was built. That's where it was made. Get it? They want to go around different tracks, but I think the different track thing is not really. It's just my opinion. I'd say hasn't really. You know, it's almost like that LA Coliseum, man. Take that thing back to Daytona. I want to see Speed Week. Green flag back at it again here. Personal Comfort. Now, if you're looking for a good mattress or something, check out Personal Comfort out. Scott Stencil. Out here today. Holly. Oh, cars around in the back. Caution out. Sorry, beating and banging these things up back here. See what happened to Anthony. Yeah, I got you there. I'm with you. Oh, a little contact between the two. And boom! Side wall. It tore up to one guy's thing. You know, we talk about these cars too. Being that these are next-gen cars. You saw the impact there. These cars don't have the crumple zones that the new ones do. You know, and there's a lot of talk in life about concussion and how hard they hit. They don't absorb, you know, all the old car, it came apart. Even like in an Indy car, when it hits the wall, it disintegrates, which takes a lot of the centrifugal force away. Well, in these cars, they don't. And here's the thing. Almost hitting like, you know, tree and a tree not going nowhere. Something's got to give. And a lot of time the human body is what's going to give. No matter the safety equipment they got. I mean, all the Hans devices in the world. Still, with that amount of impact, I think that's one of the major issues with these cars. They got, like, if you ever look at them when they flip, I've seen a couple flip underneath them. They're like a GT3 car. They've got that whole underline covered. So they're kind of like making it a whole one-body car. Even though it does come apart in two pieces. Three, I believe. Front, middle, back. It's still... This car just does not absorb impact like the old. And you saw it from that one wreck. I mean, the old car, that whole front end would probably came up that wall of heart. This one barely even crumples the thing. And when you talk about the Ross Chastain move he did at Martinsville, that would not have been possible with the old car. New one here, yes. Saw how well it stayed together. Tell you what, like I say, if you're looking for a good mattress or anything, check out Personal Comfort. Appreciate the guys coming on board here with the Sim500 Winter Cup Series. Yeah, and yeah, and you know, as far as the chassis, but it's like a GT3 car. If you've ever seen GT3 cars, when they hit something, they don't come apart either. I mean, sure, a fender or something like off and all, but the most of the car stays together, and they absorb a lot of hit. About GT cars is they have a lot of runoff. Yeah, they hit the wall, but not sometimes not as bad. Hit that way. Upgrade them back up. Go. I don't know if I want to hit anything at 150 anyways, no matter what I'm in. I would need a comfort after that. Chad Coleman out front looking strong. Mike Kelly there in second. Nick Silver third. Tyler Dalton up in fourth. Dylan Hastings up in fifth. Everybody's enjoying the race so far. Guys, let's go back green. Cheers out there. No league, definitely appreciate it. Green flag. We're back at it. Coleman and company. Rockingham style here. Mike Kelly right there behind him. Nick Silver. Ooh, here comes Kelly. Gonna fire that thing to the outside. The outside groove here actually works on cooler style tires, and everybody pretty much pitted. That's the thing about this place. Get the chance, you're gonna want to pit. Now look at old Tyler Dalton. Gonna work over Coleman. Second place spot, and he's gonna take it from him. Nick Silver's back up into the fourth. Got Glacier right behind him. Pedro up to eighth. Mike Montesi up there in the night. Randy Yoakum. They haven't seen in a long while, but good to see him out here. Waverly. Got the Yoda machine out here. Everybody's trying to jockey around, seeing what they can get. Trying to get everything they can. So Yoakum's going to battle out for ninth place spot. Moving it up. Pedro's on the move. Pedro moves up, but right now it's all Mike Kelly out front. Got a good command and lead. About a half second over Dalton. Dalton's fast. Been 11.99. Excuse me. 24. I said 11.9. They ran 11 seconds around this track to get jet mode. 24.18 to 24.25. So he actually is catching Kelly just a little bit. Glacier's hanging on there in third. D. Brown. Got his pride machine out here. Yeah. Pedro trying to work his way back up. He fell off pace earlier. He's back up to fifth. Biggest battle's going on right back here. Where these guys are. Coleman. Tessie. Montesi. Look at Randy Yoakum sticking the nose up in there. Whew. Coleman had to get out of the throttle a little bit. Like Nick Silver too. Silver might be coming up here for this battle. Good run so far. Again, got to give a shout out there to old Corey. Feeling under the weather. Get up here in the booth with me eventually. Hey, hit them likes and shit out there. Race so far. Who you pulling for out there, Joseph? Got anybody picking? Tyler, but right now. Still out front. See what though? That car. Silver. Look at this guy old machine. He's got Nick's. It's around 10th place spot, and they're back there beating him back. Woo! And these guys are close, cool racing right now. Yeah. Hiding on board with old Donaldson. Donaldson looking strong there in 11th place spot. Just had old Doug Roth. Long time since I heard his name too. Doug. See the bumps there. And with this car, I'm taking that with the bumps. The way they get hit, well, it's probably stiff chassis. Silver's falling off the pace too. Looks like the car is awful tight. It's awful tight right now. That's another thing this track is. The car will actually start getting tight to start going up the track. Multi-grooves here though. Go low, you can go high. Go mid. Whatever. Silver right now struggling. This is the biggest battle on the track. Got Woods, Holman, Silver, Digman, Waverly, Livingston. All in a gaggle. A little further on back. E.J. O'Rourke, remember earlier on he was up front. Ed Burrell. Ed Burrell. His name too. Brian. Kevin Stone. Pulling for Tyler Dalton. Okay. Tyler is right now second. He's running about the same pace as the leader, Mike Kelly. His last lap time, the 24.95 to a 25.04. I mean, he's gaining. He's got enough time, even at that slow of a pace, to catch him. Eventually, gonna catch the draft. So you know, it's not that he's gonna run out of time. It's just they actually are pretty even. That time, man, they ran a 04. Kelly ran a 04. Dalton ran an 07. So they're kind of like a split between. Good battle up front, though. I mean, about another 20 laps, he'll be up there. Now, lap traffic could play a factor. Don't talk much about lap traffic. We don't talk about, well, I do. Talk a lot about cautions at this play, or cautions in this league. Not a lot of cautions. I think, well, we've only had 2 tonight. That's what I'm saying. We don't have a lot here. Okay, going now there. Mike Kelly going around him, was able to get. Dalton's there. Glacier. The Brown. Pika. Pedro. Yoakum. Doug Roth. Wesley Donaldson. Montesi. Don Higgins. Rounds out the top 10. Charles Woods. Like Crown Royal. Yeah. Not drinking none. Immediately up there in front of him. Richard Swavely. Right behind him. He's closing in. Getting lap traffic. Doug Sinman. Gerald Livingston. Chad Coleman back here. Still battling with Nick Silver. Blue Esports. Got old Joe Hudson right there with him too. It's 3 machines. Bass Pro Shop himself. Trying to fish out something. Here goes Nick Silver looking at it side. Silver says, I want to take that spot away. About almost halfway home in this one. Tony Benfield, he's coming in the picture. And around about 15th, 16th place spot. Coleman's getting stuck up high. And with a long green flag run. Now remember, they run 100% fuel. A long way on fuel. Tires is going to be the problem with this. Tires here. Scott Simley. All right, Nick Silver right here hanging on to 14th. Silver's trying to see if we can't get back up to the front. Oh, one of these strategic style races. Right now, Mike Kelly still got the command lead here. You see Tyler's right there. He's slowly but surely trying to close in. We talk about arrow push in real life. That actually is a thing here on the sim too. These guys actually will experience what they call arrow push, where you get so close to a car and it's almost like your car starts pushing. Mike Kelly right now gonna hold off a lap machine behind him. They're probably on some new tires. That's the thing, new tires at this place. You know, you're on old tires, and oh boy, I tell you what, there's a mistake Mike Kelly might have needed, and that's what Tyler needed. Tyler's going right on by. Well, a late model racing these days. I hear you, Joseph. Well, we got some dirt racing. Pro late models, super late models. So right now, battle for the lead. You saw Tyler Dalton. He had it for the moment. Man, Mike Kelly don't want to give that lead up. But that car might be losing the grip just a little bit. Dalton's got the Sim500 Gamecock machine. He's out there sliding that thing side. Woo! Kelly's able to hang on to the lead, but that was close. Chased that car. Looked like with them Dover moves. Had to chase the car down the track. Kelly's trying to go around lap traffic here. 17 machine. It was a battle for the lead. Mike Kelly just like that. Gone. So Tyler got up to him, but then kind of just Mike Kelly, that little bit of slide. See Dalton back there starting to lose the handle on the car. I think pit stops are coming up. Let's see. 20, they put it on lap 20. 30, 40, 50, 60, 40 laps. Yeah, these guys are tires right now. They're probably screaming at their crewmen. Need tires, please. Old Glacier right there too, giving old Dalton all he can handle for second. He's gonna take it way up against the wall. The run coming off the turn. Look at that run he got. Woo. Gonna take second place. Not a lot Dalton can do on that one. The Browns coming into the picture. Up the fourth. And Mike, oh, our leader in the wall. He is having all kind of trouble with that machine. Doesn't watch it. But wrecking. He hurt the side of that car. Wow. Oh. Wow. Glacier takes the lead. Got a good battle here. Actually, for second, third. Pedro's been the mix. Brown. Pedro goes to third. That coming up there. Is that Randy Yoakum? No, not Randy Yoakum. That's a. Oh. Alright. That's a lap car. You can just tell the difference between new tires and old tires. He blew by them like they were sitting still. Right now, old Bentley Glacier out front leading this one with Dalton in second. Pedro's moved up to third. Brown hanging on to fourth. Randy Yoakum up in fifth. You can handle old tires. This is where it's at. Mike Kelly. Doug Roth. Waverly. What's he got on his side? Black 2. Black 2. What that is? Alright, Gerald Livingston right behind him. Charles Woods. Nick Silver. Silver blinking a little bit. Hudson, Coleman, Smiley. Oh, Smiley. It's actually Simley. Not Simley, really. He's out there got some Heineke going on. Kevin England. Charles Van Shank. Oh, absolutely, man. All the races here. I only live a little bit, I only live about 30 minutes, 30 minutes away from Bowman Gray. There's your short track. The Randy Yoakum. Got to work over Pedro. Brown. Jesse. Donaldson hanging on it. Kelly there. Kelly's still struggling with that machine. Out there for a while. He coming in for tires. Another oh, see, he wrecked that thing. Mike Kelly was out in the lead, dominating, got up into the wall. Now that car's a handful. Charles Livingston right behind him. Charles Woods there in 12th. 13th, Joe Hudson. Tony Benfield popping it off in 15th spot. Hey, Mike Kelly's the man out here to watch because he's either going to wreck that thing, make it to pit road. What do you think, Joseph? Think he's going to make it to pit road? Who we got back here in the back? Okay, Coleman actually back here in 16th. He actually dropped off just. Brown. There in 10th. On pit road. These guys have got to come on pit road here pretty soon. Hanson's on pit road. Got 20 lap. Now, Brown's on pit road. Waverly's on pit road. Mike Kelly coming on pit road, but I know he's yelling for tires. Past halfway. So 80 to 30. $30. 40, 50, about 50 laps. Then them go what? About 20? Yeah, push 60 laps on tires. That's what they're trying to do. Go one more pit stop. I mean, this place is tough on tires. Tyler Dalton's still hanging on to second. Vika third. Got Randy Yoakum coming on the inside. Yoakum firing there on the inside, taking over third place. Randy Yoakum right now looking strong. Pedro off the pace just a little bit. Pedro right now. Doug Roth on pit road. Sure falls back to forward to see Randy Yoakum right now picking up the pace. Again, some guys are better on a long run with old tires. And if you save your tires here, Mike Kelly finally says, you know what, I've had enough. Coming on pit road. And one thing I do like on the league here in Sim 500 is no fast fixes. No fast fixes. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that one too, Joseph. Looks like tonight, though, once he smacked that wall, the car just lost the handle and tires and all on it. That Yoakum. Hey, Yoakum on the move. I think, all right, we got some pit stops happening. Dalton. Jesse. Placer's still the man out front in this one. Yoakum. Well, as I say that, here he comes on pit road. Yeah, you're going to have some pit stops coming. I think it's busy. Pedro's on pit road. Yoakum. Yoakum. Donaldson now moves it up into second. Coleman back up into third, but these guys have not pitted. They have got to pit. Now at some point, you're fuel wise, they could make it all the way. Okay. And I'm not saying they couldn't make it all the way in tire-wise. The problem is they're going to be so slow. We've seen this before. And at some point, Coleman and Yoakum out there, the longer they stay, eventually, you know, old saying, made your bed, you got to lay in it. They are committed to taking this thing to the end. The bad thing is, the gap. I mean, yeah, Yoakum's in, pit road now. The problem is D. Brown pitted on lap 74 with new tires. He ran a 24.77. Coleman's 26.88. I'm gonna see Coleman, yeah, gonna fall behind. I don't know the strategy here. I don't know if Chad is pit time either. Higman did it at lap 59. Actually might end up scooping in this thing. Good finish. Don Higman. Sometimes that's what you got to do. These long races here, Sim500 Personal Comfort Winter Series, they have such long green flag runs. You've got to play the pit strategy here. And with 100% fuel, you could almost go just But how far do you want to take the tires? That's the question. Tyler Dalton right now up in the sticks. Place, remember who was in front of him. Now it's a flip. Dalton. And that's the difference between one coming in one lap, another one coming in behind them. Placer there. Dalton. Mojica. I'm just wondering how long old Coleman's going to stay out. Because, again, at some point, you're just not going to make up the time, even on new tires. So you're pretty much committed to stay out there. Look at old Higman. He's finally pulling up in the second. So that puts Coleman down to third. I mean, unless Coleman's just looking to have a good top 10 finish here, he'd come out of here with that. As right now, there's over a second between them, man. Here he comes on pit road now. Yeah, you gotta leave yourself a little bit of time to make up the track. That puts old D. Brown out front. Brown pitted at lap 74. He's not too far off of what Dalton and them were. Placer. The thing about it is he's got a 10-second lead. And the last lap times he ran a 24.96. The Dalton's 25.0. Pedro's, well, there Dalton ran a 24. He ran a 24.9. So it's only 600s. There's not enough time for him to run it down at 600s. They need seconds. So De Brown right now in the Skull machine up there, pounding it off the wall a little bit. So De Brown might be actually the man sitting in a catbird seat right now. Placer moving up in second, was able to move around Dalton. Put him back to third. Like I say, Glacier's 9.7 seconds back. And he's only gaining, he gained a lot right there. That last lap, about a half second. That's what he needs, over a half second. That's what he needs. He needs like half second. Those tenths or 4 or 500ths, that's just going to make him run out of time. Especially with 35 to go. They may have had 50 to go. Probably. Less than 35. We're talking about old Mike Kelly. Back up to 7. Got his hands full with old Mike Matesi right there behind him. Nick Silver. Silver's been up there, man, clawing his way. Wesley Donaldson making up the 10th place spot. Here comes Matesi on the inside. Take that spot away from Kelly. Kelly got that damage. Not a lot he can do. Probably hindering that car. Here comes Silver. Donaldson. Yoakum. A lot of good driving with these machines.
The yellow flag is out.
Good driving. What else we got? Brown out front. Caution on the track. Charles Van Dyke comes back out on pit road. I'm back on that throttle too heavy. Old tires, you gotta be careful with. Well, now this is gonna put us interesting. Because remember that 10-second lead the Brown had? Gone. Remember Glacier? Might as well come on pit road now. And here's the thing, I'd come on pit road, pull 4 tires on. Everybody's coming on. I'd put 4 tires on and see what I got. The good thing is it looks like a lot of the field's coming in with him. He might not actually be hurting as bad. Oh. Definitely would put 4 tires. That thing up, put some tires, very important at this place. One of these tracks where any chance you can get tires, get it. Actually, put the Brown back to second, so he really didn't lose hardly anything. Mike Maltese not pitting, and you're going to see the difference between brand new tires opposed to old tires. Mike's going to be a stub. Thing is hopefully he doesn't lose grip, spin. What do you think, Joseph? You think Montese's going to be able to hang on to it? Remember, we've seen old tires tonight ride around. Right now he's sitting on about 16 lap, maybe more than that. 19 lap, how about 20 lap old tires? A track like this, 20 lap old tires, kind of a death sentence. Especially when you got the whole field behind you on brand new tires. And at a track like this, the tire wear just everybody here tonight, personal comfort, Sim500. Solid race so far. Two. What we like to see Sim500 guys out here. Go back green. So who you're well, who else you pulling for out there? Josephson, Tyler Dalton. That Dalton has looked strong tonight. Right there in that 4th place spot, you can see it. Now it's going to be interesting. Tessie, does he spin the tires on the start? That's another thing. You got to be very careful here. Glacier has to be heads up on it. You see him go. He gets a good start.
Green flag.
That's kind of what he wants to do. He'd love to see them guys behind him battle a little bit, but just going in this turn, let's look at those new tires. I mean, there's nothing he can do. I mean, the Brown's just going to go to the outside, and this field's going to pretty much freight train him. Nothing he could do. Wow. Old tires. Look at the battle up front here. Glacier has had Dalton's number all night long. You can see old Bentley right now throws it on the inside. The Browns just not had an answer for old Glacier all night. See if we can keep him behind him. Maybe make him use up some of them tires just a little bit. Because just all night long, it has just been nothing but that man right there. All right, look at this, man. Montesi's there. Those old tires just are not serving him well. Battle up front, though. And it looks like maybe DeBrown got away, and I think that's what you need to do. If you can get away from that initial onslaught, you're good. With 25 to go, yeah, if we go green the entire time to the end, I don't know if that's a long enough green flag for Glacier. Right now, DeBrown looks strong. The old Tyler Dalton hanging on there in the third. Look at old Pedro. Back here in this back, look at this mess. Donaldson, Yoakum and company. Best battle on the track. Old Nick Silver, he's fighting it out back here at 8. Hastings. Good battle. Good battle. Go Joey at tonight. I don't see Joey. Tina, he ain't here tonight. Huh. Dylan Hastings right there. Proving pretty good so far. Right on board with him, see what he sees. Lost close quarters. Cars all around him. I think Montesi just falling off the pace right here. Donaldson on the outside, gonna get down in there. Whew. Meanwhile, still DeBrown out front in this one. Doesn't have that big of a lead. About 2 4/10. Pedro on the move, takes over Tyler Dalton's third place. Pro says, hey, getting it done. Voo-voos. Glacier still hanging on the second. Pedro might be one of the fastest cars on the track though right now. And a 67 that last time. DeBrown ran a 64. And then a 55 that time by old Glacier. Glacier was the fastest. These top three look like they're swapping lap times. Different lines around the track. You see Glacier taking that high line, getting the momentum coming off the turn. Pedro's taking that inside lane. On with DeBrown. A lot of different moves here. Dalton's still trying to see if he can't stay in the hunt here. Fourth. Waverly. Give him a little time. He might have that old black tooth up there. Yoakum hanging on the 6th. All right, got Silver. Got Silver right now. Silver Yoakum, door to door, 16 to go in this one. By quick. Good old Randy. Actually, that's old Dylan Hastings moving up into the picture there on him. Silver to the inside. Yoakum. Still DeBrown out front. Pedro is on the move. Oh, Pedro's got enough time. He actually could get there. Tell you, Pedro getting it done. Really? That guy, wow. He's going to be able to run down to Brown. And right, he's got enough time. Got enough time. Get it done. The info here. 3 tires, 2 green, white checkered attempts. Here, let's see. Pedro with the first win of the season. He's trying to get win number 2 here. He's there. I mean, he is there. He's trying to make this thing a double. Tyler Dalton's there. We got a 3-way battle with 10 to go. We got DeBrown, Ohika. Look at Pedro go to the inside. Oh, and he got a little loose coming off. That's that Dover style looseness. Woo. That puts Dalton in the second. Pedro's going to have to think about it again. Let them tires cool down just a little bit. Get another good run. So does Dalton have anything for DeBrown? Has DeBrown used up those tires? Got Dalton tearing up the back end. And again, this lap traffic, they could play a factor here. Moving up to the high side for him. And side by side like they are is not going to help. Oh, look at Dalton. He's there. Pedro's back there trying to go, okay, let y'all battle just a little bit. See, bump and run. Close. No, he picked him and then they go door to door. Well, Dalton squeezed, DeBrown squeezed Dalton down on the low side because I think he saw what he was doing. He was going to pinch him with that car, and then, wow, and he is not giving him any room down low. And just like that, yep. Brown fighting that car to stay on the lead lap with 7 to go. This is what he wants to see. He wants to see those 2 guys behind him battle so he can just get away. Pedro drove that thing into the turn. Is it going to hold? Good run off the turn. Yes, this is definitely what DeBrown wants to see. Here comes Nick Silver. Whoever says I'll take 3rd. I get me a podium. Pedro. If he can't get back up out of the Brown's already shown his hand. He's already shown that, look, I'm going to pinch you down on the inside. I'm going to drive very aggressive to keep you where it's at. We got a battle for 3rd there with Dalton and Silver. So if Pedro gets back up there to the Brown, he has to realize and understand that the Brown is not going to let him around very easily. I just don't think he's going to be able to get back up there to him. Say that. Big battle happening right here behind him. Nick Silver, he wants that 3rd place spot. Pedro might have one last dash effort. Unless we do have a caution. Hope it goes green. This is setting up for a good one, and you see right there, the Brown came out of the turn. He is driving the wheels off of that thing. Pedro just got to be smooth. He's got to understand if he gets to that bumper, does he give him a little bit of love tap? Because now he's got company. Dalton and Nick Silver are there. This is a 4-car race for the lead. 3 to go. I think it's going to be whoever makes the first mistake. You see Silver right there made the mistake. And Dalton. Pedro is going to have to try to get that thing high. He does not want to hit the Brown. And the Brown is protecting the inside. Now that's a block. And all fair and love and bumping. Want to block like that. The problem is that there you go. And then he blocks him high. Yeah, see, they're going to have to realize that the Brown, he's driving that car hard. White flag one more time. Pedro loses it. And that could do it for him right there. Yep. Out of turn 4, final time. And the Brown's going to hang on. No, he's not. Are you kidding me? Pedro is going to win this race. Go back and watch that one more time. Because that was awesome. I mean, awesome. The Brown right here. Nick Silver just gets in the back a little bit. But watch this. Across the line. The Brown was Silver, and Dalton brings it home there in third. But what a race! What a finish! Crazy! Not going to be some happy campers, I'll tell you that one. But that was insane. We're going to need Pedro, Kevin. Oh, boy. Whew. Oh. That was a good race. That was wild. All right. My ticker's saying that Silver came in third. Now, I don't know if Tyler Dalton came across that line in front of him. Nonetheless, let's bring up old Brown and get a word. Kevin, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, wild race for one. You had it great, but look like you're struggling there at the end. I mean, tires at this place just factor. How was the car handling there at the end? Driving it hard?
Yeah. Needless to say, I'm pretty sure we drove it to the full of max there at the end. I haven't really looked at what happened between me and Silver. I thought I had it coming off of 4, and I got loose a little bit, and I don't know if Nick tried to dive under me when I got loose, and we just locked bumpers there or what, but I mean, I'll take a second place. I felt like we should have won it, but you know, stuff happens.
Oh yeah. Well, I know Pedro sitting back going, "Hey, look, I love the lottery because no, there you go." But I mean, coming across the line sideways, I mean, at least you're doing it in style tonight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Honestly, I thought I had it coming across the line sideways, and even my teammates were like, "Yeah, good win," and they're like, "Oh, Pedro won."
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, still a good finish, good showing out here. I mean, had a good run. You got anybody you want to thank for a good?
Oh yeah, of course. Chris Caboose painting a beautiful paint scheme. Racing Pride coming on this season, and furthermore for sponsoring me. You putting on a beautiful show. Can't wait to watch it. And Sim500.
Place here tonight, and Pedro. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I know Tyler's down there in the waiting room, but mine says Nick Silver came in third. Not sure. Yeah. Well, we are waiting for road to pop up in word from here. Maybe if somebody out there could tell me if their ticker's showing different, whatnot. Yeah. Bring Tyler up. Tyler, Joe and Boot, got a copy?
Gotcha.
Man, now my ticker's showing you come in fourth, but I don't know how in the world, I don't know how they're going to score. But it's close. What was going through your mind when you saw this car sliding in front of you?
Well, honestly, I saw Nick sliding. I didn't realize that he got Kevin. It looks like it's showing me Nick Silver is in fourth and I'm in third. But yeah, I didn't know until the replay that Kevin didn't win. I feel bad for him. He raced his guts off there at the end. I had a good little battle with him there at the end. What sucks is I'm pretty sure I had the fastest car for a short to mid run there, as we showed in the beginning of the race. But track vision was so important, and then trying to pass on the bottom was really difficult. I initially got by Pedro because Pedro was trying to pass Kevin down low, and then I got down low of Kevin, and we made a little bit of incidental contact, and I got a little bit out of shape, and that let Pedro back by me. So it was just all of us trying to get to the bottom to get by him, and just couldn't quite get it done. But definitely feel good for the way we ran. We led a good many laps there, put a damn good lap for the pole, and came out there with a good finish.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like you said, man, coming home, any top 5, top 3, I'll finish a good night. But nonetheless, man, tires was the biggest thing here. Like a lot of you guys out there, started to struggle towards the end, but awesome run. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
Yeah, and I also want to mention, apologize to Bentley. Me and him had a little issue there after that last restart where it looks like coming off 4, he came down a little bit, I came up, and we met in the middle, but we both saved it and went on. But I just want to thank all the Sim500 Mafia teammates. We all had pretty decent runs there. I feel bad for Mike Montesi. I think he had a top 5 finish, but he just had a gamble on tires there. But had a good race. Just want to thank all the guys. Want to thank you for putting on the broadcast. And see y'all next week.
Hey, Tyler. Did Pedro jump up in here? And with our winner. So, excited about his in that talk. That's 2 in a row right there. Pedro out there still doing burnouts, so we'll give him a second here, folks. Hope y'all appreciate it. I mean, personal comfort here tonight. Guys bringing this to you, the Winter Cup Series. Thing back on the iRacing Live. Y'all guys out here. All right, I think we got Pedro, Joe in the booth, got copy.
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, 2 in a row, man, I tell you, but yeah, we're battling throughout this place, a tough track. But coming out of that turn 4, when you saw them guys spinning, do you mind?
I was thinking this can't happen twice, 2 weeks in a row, can it?
I know. Wow.
I cannot believe it, Joe. Unbelievable. And both times, poor Kevin, but unbelievable. I mean, that's why they say, you know, race hard, run in the top 5, and you never know, man. You never know what will happen. And we were able to squeak out another win with a little luck.
You know, I got to ask too, though, coming to the front there, trying to get around the Brown, was it more of the track position or the tires here?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, the track position helped him for sure because he could kind of defend, especially in 1 and 2. Like, I was better than him in 1 and 2, it felt like. And so he just could run the middle groove really well. And then the problem with, like, as the tires wore out, it was really difficult to pinch your car off the corner. You kind of needed the whole corner to go full throttle, essentially, because if you pinched it, it would want to spin out. And about busting my butt twice trying to pass him on the inside. And the first time doing that, Tyler got by me, and then him and Tyler went at it, and then Tyler about wrecked underneath him. Then I got back to him, and then, yeah, there on the last lap, I got under him, about wrecked again, and then Nick got to him, and then, yeah, the rest was history there. But, yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of both, but yeah, I think Kevin, the track position is probably a little bit bigger. You definitely hold off somebody for a couple laps if you ran the middle well.
Oh, absolutely, like you said, and it's a back and forth battle. I could test it. It looks like when you got on the inside, almost like you're coming off of Dover. You know, sometimes a Dover, you're on the inside car and it rips. So, man, pulling it off again, wild fashion. You got anybody want to thank for an awesome finish?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, Joe, OSRN, for putting this broadcast on. Hopefully we put on an Excite race here, especially coming to the end. All the admins at Sim500, I appreciate what they do. Scott Stencil and Personal Comfort for sponsoring the series. Appreciate them for sponsoring the series. And great schedule so far. Like, Rockingham with this car was a lot of fun. Shout out to whoever worked on the setup. I don't know if there was a setup for this track, so if whoever did that, kudos to them. All the guys at Team Name, Chad Coleman, we had EJ O'Rourke special guest tonight, Kevin Brown, and shout out to Kevin. He did a really good job, man. I feel really bad, honestly. He should have 2 wins. He did all the right stuff at Daytona last week, and I mean, he did all the right stuff tonight as well. And he just has a lot of bad luck. So you know, if he's listening right now, just keep your head up, Kevin. You know, eventually it'll turn around and you'll be winning a bunch of races soon, bud. And I guess last but not least, just thank my family for letting me come down for a couple hours to have fun.
Yo, Pedro, odd fashion again. And congratulations on that win there, Pedro.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
Alrighty, man. I tell you, and you're talking about old D Brown out there. Yeah, hey, sometimes you have some good luck, sometimes you have bad, but he's doing those finishes. He's going to win a race. Folks, that was a wild one again. Pedro pulling it off. I tell you, it's an exciting season so far. Personal Comfort Winter Cup Series. For myself and everyone, have a good night.
The Sleep Number 360 comes with what they call responsive air technology, or as what we like to call it around here, RAT. The idea is the mattress will automatically adjust during the night based on your body's position. It's a key selling feature of the Sleep Number 360 bed. But guess what? You can only use RAT when the bed is flat. So if you like to sleep with your head or feet slightly elevated on the FlexFit base, you can forget about responsive air technology. My question to you, is it really worth the money? On the Personal Comfort mattress, we use a passive pressure monitoring system that works no matter what position the mattress is in. It's measuring the pressure of the mattress on your body at all times using a standard medical pressure scale, and it shows you how the pressure changes as you move in real time. This is a setting you can activate on any one of our hand controls. It's a simpler system than Sleep Number's RAT. For one thing, it's not turning on throughout the night to make adjustments. But what we really like about that, well, it's simple and it works.